While researching for my Grand Theft Auto 6 video about Lucia, I mentioned that she was a cage fighter. It's a huge part about her character, and that there confirms that cage fighting will return to Grand Theft Auto 6, like it was in Grand Theft Auto 4 Ballad of Gay Tony. And immediately seeing her in the cage fighting, it reminded me of another character, Luis Fernando. Luis Fernando was also a cage fighter from Liberty City. You know who else is from Liberty City? Lucia. And from the title and thumbnail, I think you guys know where I'm heading with this. And the farther I went into the rabbit hole, the deeper I got. I know just because they're both cage fighters and both from Liberty City doesn't mean they're related. But if we get deeper into it, I may convince you otherwise. Now at the end of Grand Theft Auto Ballad of Gay Tony, Louise is alive. Louise is happy. We even see Gay Tony in Grand Theft Auto 5 online, and he has a picture of him on his desk. Louise is alive, but we never get to know what happened to him after the game. And some people might think that Grand Theft Auto doesn't really like bringing back old characters to the game, which is not true actually, because we see the other Grand Theft Auto DLC protagonist we see in Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Johnny the biker, his head is immediately smashed in by Trevor to introduce Trevor's iconic character, but we see Johnny's character, we see his fate, we see what happens to him, but we don't see whatever happens to Luis Fernando's character after the events of Grand Theft Auto 4 Ballad of Gay Tony. Now I do believe he will be in Grand Theft Auto 6. And I do believe, I have a huge theory that he is related to Lucia. First of all, I mean, this is no surprise, they're both from Hispanic descents, okay? I know just because they're both Hispanic doesn't mean they're related, but hear me out. They are also both cage fighters. Both of their characters revolve around fighting for not just themselves but their family. In Ballad of Gay Tony, it is a huge part of the game that Luis will do anything for his mother, which in the description for Lucia it says Lucia wants the good life her mom has always dreamed of since their days in Liberty City, which is where Luis is from. Now I know they don't have the same last name, and I'm not implying that they're brother and sister, but they could very well be cousins. And we see the theme with cousins come up in Grand Theft Auto 4 with Roman and Nico. Just because they're cousins doesn't mean they don't really know each other. Cousins is good enough for Rockstar. They're both Hispanic, they're both cage fighters, they both fight for their family. The pieces are just adding up, and we never get to see what happens to Luis Fernando after the events of Ballad of Gay Tony. We don't see him in Grand Theft Auto 5 like we do Johnny. So I do believe they're gonna use Grand Theft Auto 6 to show more of his character. Vice City is a satire counterpart of Miami City, which is a huge club scene. And what is Luis? He's a club bouncer for Gay Tony. So I do believe we're gonna see him at these bars and clubs in Vice City. Vice City is gonna be huge for clubbing. There's no way that Luis is not gonna be involved in the club scene in Vice City. I would be very shocked. And the way we see Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, it's the last part of the 3D trilogy of GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and GTA San Andreas. GTA San Andreas is the last piece to the trilogy, and they use that to their advantage and combine all the games. We see Claude in GTA San Andreas. We see characters from Vice City in San Andreas. So they were even gonna have Tommy Vercetti in San Andreas before their voice actor backed out. Okay, so I would not be surprised if Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be kind of like a wrap-up for the HD universe. We could see characters like Nico and Michael. We could see these side characters, these important side characters and even protagonists in Grand Theft Auto 6 to help wrap up the storyline. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6 may be one of the last Grand Theft Autos we get in a long time, if not the last one we get, period. So if they wanted to explain what happened to Louise, this would be the game. And I do believe Louise will be in the game, and I'm almost positive he's related to Lucia in some way or form. Maybe she's like, oh, I have a cousin that can help us. He's in the club scene. We may meet him through Booby Ike, or he introduces us to Booby Ike. Even he could be this bridge character that connects us to all these other characters throughout the game. I do believe we will see Louise, and I do believe he is related to Lucia in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not brother and sister because their last names are different, but I do believe they are maybe cousins even. But we won't know until the game comes out. But mark my words, I'm saying it now. This is my theory. You guys can agree or disagree, but that is my theory. So that's all I have for today. So stay tuned.